Welcome on the show, Weekend Sport on Trust TV. Adeni Ajishafe. Super Eagles there, our national team. At least they're already in Uyo for the fact that they'll be playing the normality game against Rwanda. That will be a game that Nigeria want to see anyway. How will they play it, even though we no longer need it? That will be on Monday. But as we speak right now, Super Eagles are already in Uyo. Well, we'll be looking at the game they played that actually got them that particular qualifying slot for the AFCON 2025. That will be our review on the show first, so that we'll be able to also allow you to join us via phone calls, where we're talking about how did you see that game, the Eagles' performance, and not forgetting the fact that Eagles, yes, they've qualified, but did they play well enough in that game against Benin Republic? And some Nigerians are raising a lot of eyebrows concerning that. The fact that that match ended 1-1. Yes, we needed a draw, and it was done. After all, Rwanda, they lost against Libya, and that gave us a chance to also qualify. All that will be coming up on the show, Weekend Sport, where we'll be giving you what has to do with the Super Eagles, the game against Benin Republic, and also the one they'll be playing next. But right now, we have to start with the review of that particular game that has to do with between Benin Republic and Nigeria. Super Eagles came out concerning that particular game over there in Côte d'Ivoire. They fought hard. It was a tough moment for them because if you look at that particular game, the team from Benin Republic scored first. The cheaters of Benin Republic actually scored first before Victor Osimhen was able to pull one back via a header, and it was a tough decision. In fact, it was the second half that we were able to get the goal that actually erased the goal that we were actually trailing. Well, for Eagles, they fought really hard, but it was a match that they just have to be on their best for them to get a draw against Benin Republic. While we're looking at that, is a match that a lot of Nigerians really raise concerns that Eagles, they ought to defeat Benin Republic, but that's football. At times, it doesn't come the way you planned it. But the main thing right now is that we've qualified for AFCON 2025. And the fact that Eagles just needs this game for formality is also a plus for the fact that they were able to do it, even though they still have a game to play. Well, congrats to Nigeria, congrats to Super Eagles and the entire technical crew for being able to do this. Augustine Eguavoin and his entire technical crew did their best by making sure we qualify for this particular competition that will be coming up in Morocco. Well, as we're actually talking about the review of the Benin Republic versus Nigeria that took place over there in Côte d'Ivoire. Tough match on Thursday. Well, Nigeria was able to make it, and now we've qualified for the championship. While we're talking about that, I told you earlier that we'll also be opening phone line for reactions of Nigeria about that particular game. Well, as we are reviewing it, it's a tough moment, but at least Nigeria was able to scale through in that particular game. Well, let's look at it at Group D. Yes, Group D tried in our group. We are right now having 11 points. And the good thing is that we've been able to qualify for the competition. Following us is Benin Republic, who will be facing Libya next. So even if they win their game, they'll be having 10 points. Nigeria will have 11. And whatever happens in their game against Rwanda is just a normal game. Because right now, with just a point, we've been able to scale through to Morocco 2025. Benin Republic with 7 points, Rwanda with 6, and Libya with 4 points. Libya defeated Rwanda surprisingly, and now they got 4 points. And their last game, they'll be facing Benin Republic, and if they're able to win, they'll be having 7 points, just like Benin Republic are having. And if Benin Republic should win, they'll be having 10. Rwanda too, from the way it is right now, well, Nigeria just have to come out against them and prove that they don't need to lose any game in this competition so far. Victor Osimhen, the man of the moment, with his header, African Player of the Year, doing so well, showing the reason why he's really African Player of the Year. After Tijani scored for Benin Republic, he was able to pull one back, and that was a fantastic one with a header in the 81st minute for Victor Osimhen, VO9, and some people call him. And taking that to look at the top scorers now, when it comes to goal scoring for Nigerian national team, Victor Osimhen, with that goal he scored, on Thursday has given him the chance to also be among the top scorers. Well, himself and legendary Segun Odegbami are having the same goals, 23 goals they score for Super Eagles when they actually apply their trade. Osimhen has done that in 46 games, and you look at Rashidi Yekini, the late Rashidi Yekini, having topping that particular record for a very long time, 37 goals. Osimhen is just 25 years old, and you look at this young lad, you will be able to meet up with this Rashidi Yekini, because Yekini scored 37 goals in 58 appearances for Nigeria. And Osimhen right now, 23 goals in 46 appearances. You can look at the statistics that is really edging closer. After him and Segun Odegbami is Yakubu Ayegbeni with 21 goals, Ikechukwu Uche, 19 goals, and weapon of mass destruction, as they call him then, Obafemi Martins with 18 goals that he scored before retiring from the Super Eagles. These are the top goal scorer for the Eagles at the international scene. Congrats to Victor Osimhen for meeting up Segun Odegbami's goals, and right now the score line there, 23 goals scored by Osimhen and Odegbami, and right now Osimhen will be looking at getting more goals to meet up with late Rashidi Yekini's goal scorers there. 7 plus 7, so you have about 14 goals for him at 25. You expect that those 14 goals won't be long before he will get them. Congrats to Victor Osimhen being able to make that record, having scored 23 goals for Nigeria at the international scene. And for the entire team of Super Eagles, congrats to them for also being able to qualify with a game in hand to play. And now they qualify for 2025 AFCON that will be coming up in Morocco. Congrats to them. I really appreciate what they did, that being able to do this. And right now, Nigerians are celebrating them for being able to at least qualify for this particular competition. Well, they face Rwanda on Monday by 5 p.m. Nigerian time, and that will be the game that Nigerians want to see Eagles also at least strolling into the park. Can they do it against Rwanda? Well, it's a friendly game that, if you look at it that way, competitive friendly game, that's what we can call it. But right now, while we're looking at that, before we open the phone line, let's quickly listen to the post-match presser that's coming from Augustine Guavoin and the captain of Super Eagles, talking about Truce Ekong.
Coming to this game, we haven't lost the game. We wanted to maintain that and try to win the game here. Worst case scenario, draw. We want to qualify without losing the game. And we knew we are capable of, we have all the qualities, we have whatever it takes to beat anybody, any day, anytime. Benin was a bit more under pressure, but we didn't look at that, haven't qualified, and we'll come back here and lie down. No. Nigeria is a team that is respected, almost won the AFCON last time, so we have to try to do what? Maintain that standard.
I want to congratulate our coach, our team, for qualifying for the next AFCON. That was our objective. How many months ago now? 4 or 5 months ago when we started this campaign. We heard about it just before the kickoff. Our idea was always to try and win this game. We don't want to put on a showing that is not worthy of Nigeria. So today, I also have to give credit to Benin. I think they had a good game plan. I felt we were a little bit unlucky the moment they scored, because the person we were missing at the front post was off the pitch on the other side, Victor Osimhen, and that's why they scored the set piece. So credit to them. We know they're a good threat from that. And from then on, we just want to continue to play well and try to win the game. So I think, like the coach said today, 1-1 was a fair result. Yeah, I would still like us when we play against Benin, but yeah, today was a fair result. And like I said, we're very happy to qualify and to remain unbeaten in this campaign.
A big one there coming from Augustine Guavoin and Truce Ekong, the captain of that team, talking about the game that happened between them and Benin. It was a tough game for them in that encounter, but they were able to scale through, and now they qualify for the AFCON 2025. And we are just hoping that they also do well at the competition. Aside that, World Cup qualifier is also coming soon, and we just hope that they will also be able to turn things around. Even though they didn't do well so far in the World Cup qualifier, they can turn this around and use this opportunity to also make Nigerians glad. Well, listening to both of them there, and now reactions from fans. Quickly, let's just take a look at one of the analysis coming from a fan of Super Eagles about that particular game and reactions of Nigerians, and quickly.
Good of Nigeria. Congratulations to Super Eagles of Nigeria for coming back to draw the game 1-1 and topping the group. But the important thing is that we have qualified. That's the most important thing. And we also top the group. So, I mean, talking point of the game, I'm saying that Iheanacho shouldn't have started the match. Boniface should have started. Boniface and Iheanacho, they don't play the same position. Iheanacho can play as 10, 8, supporting strikers. Iheanacho is very versatile. If you watch him in the under 17 days, he's very good. So, Boniface, the only person Boniface can bench is Osimhen, which is playing now. I don't know where the criticism from Iheanacho. I don't understand. What did Iheanacho do? There are players that they don't like really perform in and out for their club. They don't even play frequently, but when they come to country, they are on fire. You cannot compare Iheanacho and Boniface country wise. Country football is different from club football. Let's get that straight. Then people are blaming Nwabali. I don't know what Nwabali did. The ball bounced in his front. That will it seemed easy to catch, but many people will fumble it. All those kind of ball that bounces right in your front. It's not really easy to save. Even if it's just human, mistake can happen to anybody. So you should spare me. Nwabali did this. Nwabali did that. Then also Victor Osimhen, he did have the best of games, but this is just a reminder why you should always leave your best player on the pitch. Yeah, I was wondering at some point, Osimhen leave let Boniface enter, but the coach left him there and he had that opportunity. I don't think anybody can head that ball in that super. Nobody has Osimhen's jump power in that Nigeria. Osimhen scored the header, salvaged a draw for us. Now he's the second top scorer in Nigeria's history. 22 goals in 30 something appearances, only behind the great Rashidi Yekini, and Osimhen is only just 25. This Galatasaray from me has brought it for us here in Nigeria, and I'm only happy, and I can't wait to see Boniface score his first international goal too. Congratulations to Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Good one there coming from that particular fan there, at least trying to let people know that the reaction to some extent about Nwabali for that goal that was scored. It was a bouncing of that goal, ball that actually deceived him a bit, and before he could move in, the ball moved. When you talked about the goal, well, as we're talking right now, I'm sure the goal can be flashed so that we can see the way that particular goal was actually scored, because a lot of people are already blaming Nwabali that should have at least got that goal. But that's football for you. You try your best and it doesn't just come the way you planned it. Well, for the goal scored by Tijani against Nigeria, that was a very tricky one. And you also look at Osimhen's header, also a very tricky one. They were not expecting it. No one should blame Nwabali for that. Look at it. You will see that it was not expected. He was actually standing so close, and then the ball pulled through his the legs, and before he could blink, you can look at that particular moment where the ball just, in fact, he kept that ball, but the ball was a bit very fast, and it dropped straight away on the leg there. So you just have to understand the fact that Nwabali will not be so like a Jessica with it and let it bounce in. So it was just a moment that something like that happened, and Cote d'Ivoire, rather Benin Republic, went on a frenzy concerning that goal. It was not unexpected. It really went down on it, but the goal bounced and it went in. Let's look at Osimhen too. Osimhen was also able to get his own header. What a fantastic goal he scored there for getting that particular, just a touch of it, and you look at it instantly inside the net there. Congrats to Victor Osimhen and congrats to Nigeria for being able to get this, and we want to appreciate the fact that he got that goal there. Well, talking about these moments of that particular match, looking at the two goals together, we just have to talk about it. And while we're talking about that, it's time to open the phone line for Nigerians to also react about how do you see that game. Well, all the things that happened during that game, let's review it together. Call us via those two lines there. Remember, when you are calling in, please stay away from your TV set or turn down the volume of your TV set so that we can hear you clearly. Tell us your name, your location, and then you go straight to at least talk about how you feel about Benin Republic versus Nigeria. Well, the phone line will be displayed there soonest for us to be able to talk together while we run the show. Really, Eagles, they've qualified and Nigerians are happy. But for that particular game, how would you rate Eagles? That was a particular player that came on that actually played in that game, Gabriel Osho. That was his first time. Did he play well? What about the other team players? Moses Simon's cross actually made it happen for Osimhen to have that header. And And also not forgetting all the other players. Ola, I still remember his one-on-one with the Benin Republic player when he said, okay, come at me again, I will show you what a match. It was a tough one, even though rain started. And I saw some Nigerians also at least tried to attack Augustin Eguavoin for mentioning rain, but the man actually came out that nobody complained about the weather. Well, as we run the show, let's have the phone line on the screen so that people can easily join us and for us to at least review this particular moment together. Well, for Nigerians, anytime Super Eagles are playing, I'm sure it's not intentional that they don't want to score goals. But at times, like Maradona said, that coach can tell you a lot of things, but it might just not happen the way you plan it. So the phone numbers are there. Let's have your view on this. Remember, as I said earlier, when you're calling us, stay away from your TV set or turn down the volume of your TV set, and let's run this together quickly. Well, while you're talking about that, let's look at the reaction of Nigerians about this. That game was a tough one, a very, very tricky one. When Benin Republic scored first, Nigerians were not really happy. We were able to pull the goal back by 81st minute, courtesy of Victor Osimhen, and it was a tough moment for Nigeria versus Benin Republic. Really, Raw really understood this particular team. He said it, and he was almost doing it again before we were able to get a draw. Well, right now, Nigerians have qualified. We're happy, and we just hope that they will continue to do us proud in every match that they play. They play on Monday against Rwanda in Uyo, and as we speak, they are already there. The clip you saw first on the show was at least the players walking around over there in Uyo. Okay, we have a caller on the show. Let's have it quickly. Hello, are you there?
Daniel Agbabi.
Okay, Daniel Agbabi from where?
Calling from Sundown.
From?
Sundown.
Okay, let's have you quickly.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
My contribution there is the coach. He was very nice in the area of selection and the tactics he used.
Okay.
Because how could we have played 5-3-2 against Benin Republic where you are now having a Osimhen? Nobody was feeding Osimhen from the midfield.
Okay.
There was no creativity in the midfield, and that was why they were dominated.
Okay, good one. What would you say about the players? The performance of the players too?
The player, there was no cohesion in the activities, and the whole thing is that we need to give more attention. Lukman looked tired. He's supposed to have been supported for some times. That was wrong. Hanacha was not in the game, and even if he didn't play anything. If we continue like this, yes, we have qualified, but the teams we are going to meet during the tournament profile,
Okay. At least from what you are saying now, they need to be better next time. Thank you so much, Daniel, for joining us. We appreciate your time. But before you go, did you watch the game fully, entire night?
I watched the game, and I'm watching the review now.
Okay.
I watched the game. I spent all the time watching the game.
Okay, so
our hearts were in our mouth. Just Benin Republic in those days.
Okay.
To play Benin Republic is just like in your dining table.
Thank you so much, Daniel. I want to appreciate your time with us.
I really enjoy your program. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it too. Okay, well, Daniel there, where he said Nigerians, their hearts were actually in their mouth. What a match. It was a tough moment, really. All Nigerians were like, what is happening? Benin Republic scored us first, and almost to the end of the game before Osimhen was able to salvage that draw that saw us qualifying. But really, Eagles needs to be upstanding if they really want to perform well at the competition, because all the other teams, Egypt, Senegal, they are all becoming, they will not want to at least relax. They saw what happened over there in Cote d'Ivoire, how Eagles are able to get to the final. So this time around, expect the likes of Egypt, Morocco, South Africa, all of them trying to see how they can get to the final. So Eagles need to up their games and do well next time. That game, even though we play 1-1 and we qualify, that was not too good for Super Eagles with the caliber of player that we have. Okay, we have another caller there. Good to have you on the show, Weekend Sport. Hello, are you there? Hello, are you there?
Hello?
Hello, yes, good to have you. Let's have your name and your location.
Shuaibu Umar from Lori.
Shuaibu Umar, from where?
Lori.
Okay, Kazauri. Okay, let's have you, Shuaibu.
Since the beginning of the program, I have not had a voice. We are just watching you. No voice.
Okay, but can you hear me now?
I can hear, I mean, completely.
Okay, at the beginning of the show, okay, apologies for that you couldn't hear us, but now that you can hear us, we're reviewing that particular match between Benin Republic and Nigeria, talking about the general performance of the team Super Eagles. How would you rate them? Shuaibu, are you there? Okay, it seems Shuaibu is not hearing us. Okay, while we're still waiting for other callers to join on the show, we're looking at Nigeria versus Benin Republic, that game that went down in Cote d'Ivoire. Yes, we have qualified, but the Eagles played according to what you really want. Did they really show their class, the way they apply their traits in their different clubs? Coming to play for Nigeria, it's always a different ball game. It's not easy playing for a national team, but whenever they come together, for a while now, they have been a bit inconsistent, but it's actually getting better. But still, the performance against Benin Republic really called for concern, because they scored us and they nearly went home with 1-0 before they were able to score an equalizer in the 81st minute by a header from Victor Osimhen. How would you rate that game? How would you rate Iguavone's tactics? Did they work out? Starting the likes of Ian Acho, Victor Osimhen and all that, did work out? Gabriel Osho also playing his first game for Nigeria, and all that put together. Well, we're waiting for your call for at least for us to have a review together on the show. Well, Shuaibu was actually trying to talk about the game before it went off. Why Gabriel mentioned that this Eagles really needs to play well, better that next time. They really need to play well. They need to give their best, even though they qualified. But that game against Benin Republic, they nearly give Nigerians an attack for the way they were playing. After conceding the first goal, the second, they had to fight hard. In fact, the second half, before they were able to score. And right now, Eagles really need to up their ante if they are to do well at the Nations Cup, where we know that all the strong teams are there, and they will also be gunning for the Gang of Africa. Talking about the African Cup of Nations coming up in Morocco in 2025. Call us, let's review this together, and let's have your view. When you're calling, mention your name and your location, and then we run this together. While we're talking about that, really, it has been a good performance from Eagles now that they've been able to qualify for this competition, and we want to see them doing well against Rwanda on Monday while they play that particular normal game, even though we know that they've got the ticket in their bag. But right now, as we speak, the Eagles are in Uyo already. They're in Uyo, and they are really getting ahead of this particular competition against Rwanda. Well, let's talk about Nwabali. Nwabali lost his dad just 2 days ago, and now Nwabali has been excused by the Nigerian Football Federation to at least go home and see his family. Our hearts goes out to his family. That's Stanley Nwabali after losing his dad. So painful, but hopefully he will be able to at least get his act together. Well, according to NFF, they expect him to go home and see his family while he can come back to watch that game against Rwanda if he really deem it fit to come over. Well, as it is right now, we have two goalkeepers left. You have Maduka Okoye and also Amas Obasoge. Okay, we have a caller there. Hello, are you there? Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Good to have you on the show, Weekend Sport. Your name and your location.
Thank you very much. The topic you are on is very, very important. important. But our problem with the short TV yesterday, there is no audio at all. We don't hear what you are saying.
Yes.
So I don't know what technicians are doing to bring the audio back.
Okay.
We are just watching pictures that there is no audio at all.
Okay, you are calling from where? You are calling from where, please?
My name is Benjamin Karo. I am calling from Karo, Abuja.
Okay. Are you watching on Star Times?
I have been watching Source TV, my TV channel, and we don't have audio at all. Since yesterday, there is no audio. We are just watching.
Okay. Apologies for that. We are going to at least find a way to work on it, and really, we apologize for that. The audios will be back, and we promise to give you better coverage. So sorry about that. So let's have your view quickly.
Yes, my contribution on the show is that I wish Nigeria the best of luck.
Okay.
So I have seen it on the news bar that they have qualified for the CHAN. Yes, I want them to add more victories in their shoes.
Okay,
so
good one.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful night.
Okay.
I'm wonderful.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Yes, people are trying to come in, but they don't understand what you are saying.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Okay. We really do apologize for the audio issue, but that will be fixed. We hope so. Thank you so much for contributing on the show, and we are still hoping that more people will call in, and for the audio issue, that will be cleared. So we're talking about Wabali, that we won't be available for that particular match because he's bereaved right now. He lost his dad. His gentle soul rests in perfect peace. We wish Wambali a very, very strong moment with his family. And now, Maduka Okoye and Amaso Basoge, those are the two goalkeepers left and expected. Already Nigerians are believing that Okoye should be the one in goal to keep Nigeria against Rwanda. Wabali has really done well since he broke into Super Eagles, and right now he has held down that particular jersey number 1 for the Super Eagles. Well, for Stanley Wabali, we wish him the best alongside his family in this trying moment. Well, for the Super Eagles that we're looking at, we're reviewing that game as it happened on Thursday between Nigeria and Benin Republic over there in Cote d'Ivoire. 1-1, it ended. Nigeria getting that 1 goal, got them qualifying for the Nations Cup that will be hosted by Morocco. Well, as we speak right now, about 15 nations have qualified for this competition, and we just hope that our Super Eagles will do us proud. They came second last time in Cote d'Ivoire, and now we expect them to up their antics by doing well in this particular competition coming up over there in Morocco. Well, still waiting for your calls. At least if you cannot even hear us, you can see what is on the screen. Let's run this together while we talk about that particular match. Well, for Super Eagles, a lot of debutants in that game. About 2 of them was invited. Gabriel Osho and Victor Collins from Nasarawa United. That was the first time they were able to be present at the Super Eagles camp. But for Gabriel Osho, he was able to have his debut, and he did well in that particular game. For the entire team, they tried their best, even though we missed the likes of Shemi Ajayi at the back. But the entire team tried their best because it wasn't the game that they expected. It was a tough game for them. They really find it difficult to play against Benin Republic. Seems Ganoro has been able to understand Super Eagles players so much, and it's always very difficult for us to beat Benin Republic these days. So Eagles need to do better, and now we are expecting them to actually up their games and make us at least prouder next time, anytime they play against any other team from Africa. Well, talking about this particular game, a tough one it is, a very tough moment when it comes to Nigeria versus Benin Republic. And we also saw how they struggle even the last time we played against Libya. We saw how they struggle against Rwanda, even though we won that game. But Eagles needs to really do well next time in their respective games as they apply their traits in the qualifiers and also in the World Cup qualifiers. Well, we still give a moment, at least 5 more minutes before we cross over to the NPFL, talk about CAF and other competitions coming up in the CAF, that's AFCON Nations Cup, before we talk about UEFA Nations League and other stories that we have for you on the show. But right now, attention is still on the review of Nigeria versus I think that was Benin Republic. What a match it was between Nigeria and Benin Republic. Most of their players plied their trade. Some of them plied their trade in Nigeria. The likes of their goalkeeper actually plied his trade with Raymond Stars, where his coach, Ogumodede, is the assistant coach to Augustine Eguavoin. What an irony there. So they really have a lot of things in common. And our former coach, Ganoro, was right now with them. So it's a tough moment between Nigeria and Benin Republic. Most of them actually speaks Yoruba, so you look at their names, automatically you know that you can actually call them, some of them, Nigerians, but they are Benin Republic players. But a good moment for Nigeria, for the fact that we've been able to qualify for this championship is a good one. At least this time around, there is no mathematical set for Nigerians to at least begin to calculate if we win this, if we can get a point. But this time around, we've done it even before we play our last match. That's a good moment for Nigerian Super Eagles, and now we are celebrating them for being able to get this done. Well, right now we quickly go on a short break. By the time we return, we talk about the NPFL matches for this weekend. A lot of matches are coming up. Kano Villas are back to their home, and they can't wait to enjoy Sundown Abacha Stadium over there in Kano. All that will be coming up as we look at the fixtures. But before then, let's go on a short break to enjoy at least some NPFL matches before we talk about their game for this weekend that they will be playing in the NPFL match day 12 for this particular league. Some actions there from the NPFL. Always good to promote our own. At least you saw some action from Eyimba versus Akwa United. Not forgetting Rangers versus Remo Stars. Always interesting watching all these teams. You just have to appreciate ours. If you had to develop, you need to appreciate your own before you talk about the Arsenal and Chelsea of this world. Let's begin to at least follow our own there. And that's why we brought to you those two clips for you to have a moment with the NPFL, Nigerian Premier Football League, match day 12 for this weekend coming up across Nigeria. For this weekend, well, Akwa United, Nasarawa will be played today for the fact that they just have to play. They have to draw it closer for Akwa United to play against Nasarawa United for the fact that Nigeria will be playing against Rwanda, that same pitch. So they need to make sure that the field is in proper shape ahead of that game. Well, Akwa United will be hosting Nasarawa United, El Kanemi Warriors against Niger Tornadoes. You look at Eyimba International against their brother Abia Warriors. What a match is going to be for the Oriental brothers as they fight hard against each other there. Bayelsa United at home, where the man will be able, at least we look at Bayelsa United, you can't take anything away from Ladan Boso as will be hosting Katsina United. Will they be able to win this game at the Samson Siasia Stadium in Agua? What the match that will be coming up. Enugu Rangers at the Cathedral against Bende Insurance. Familiar foe, you can call them. Shooting South of Ibadan away to Lagos as they face Ikorodu City. Well, Kano Pillars at home. They played their first game now. They are back home at the Sundown Abacha Stadium. Brand new now. At least let's see how they will do it against Atlanta of Owerri. Hopefully they will give their fans a winning note for that return to their home at the Sundown Abacha Stadium. Kwara United, they play against Plateau United, another derby there in the North Central, as Remo Stars will play in Ikene against Rivers United, as Finidi George will be facing Remo Stars. Sunshine South of Akure will be hosting Lobi Stars, another game that will be coming up in Ogun State at Deepo Dina Stadium. Those are the games slated for this weekend, and it's a tough moment for all the teams as they really want to gather points and continue to build on what they've gotten so far. But for Akwa United, they will have to face Nasarawa United earlier. El Kanemi Warriors also be facing Niger Tornadoes, while the likes of Eyimba, Abia Warriors going to be in an Oriental derby. Kano Pillars at home at Sundown Abacha Stadium. Kwara United against Plateau United. Remo Stars against Rivers United. And you look at Sunshine Stars of Akure playing against Lobi Stars, where shoe always have size. That's the name they call them. Well, we wish all the teams the best as we look at the performance of all the teams this weekend. Go out there, watch our teams. 20 teams that we have in the NPFL, they will all be fighting out this weekend to fight for honors in their respective colors across Nigeria. We hope that it gets better concerning what we saw last match they play. Well, issues came up here and there, and we just hope that this particular fixtures for this weekend, we'll see drama unfolding in the NPFL. We hope that all the matches will be referred well. I'm talking about the officiating, and the players and fans or supporters will also be very, very ruly in their behaviors, so that everything go well in these fixtures for the weekend with the teams all the best. Well, away from the NPFL, let's talk about our team representing us over there in Morocco. Talking about Edo Queens in the CAF Women Champions League. Edo Queens will be filing out today against Mamelodi Sundown ladies of South Africa over there in Morocco. It's a very tough one for the fact that Edo Queens are facing defending champion of this competition. Mamelodi Sundown ladies, they won it last time, and right now they are hoping that maybe they'll be able to qualify. Even though our ladies are topping the group, they won their first game. They were able to win against CBE of Ethiopia. They drew the second game against Massa of Morocco, and now they face Mamelodi Sundown ladies. That's the third one, the third game they will play in their group. It's a tough moment because Mamelodi ladies are also trying to see how they can win the game so that they can qualify. So it's a big battle. If both of them draw, there is hope for them at least to be able to scale. Well, right now it's a tough moment for Edo Queens, but at least it is impossible. It is not impossible, rather. It is not impossible for them to win. They can win this game, and we just want to see them doing well by scooping this CAF Women Champions League in Morocco. Well, as it is right now, they'll also be at least trying to see how they will do. Well, if they're able to win this game, they'll be facing a big one against another set of Moroccan teams that are there. Not forget the likes of TP Mazembe, who also applying their trade. Just to let you have a feel of what is happening concerning CAF Women Champions League coming up today by evening time between Edo Queens and Mamelodi Sundown ladies of South Africa in Morocco there. Well, let's quickly look at some games coming up in the CAF AFCON, that's AFCON 2020. This weekend, Ethiopia versus Tanzania, Guinea versus Congo DR. Those are the two matches slated for today. And on Sunday, we have Algeria taking on Liberia. Algeria, they've already qualified. They are just playing this game for formality. Equatorial Guinea, they will be playing against Togo. There's another match is coming up on Sunday in the CAF Africa Cup of Nations qualifier fixtures that is on for grabs in across Africa. Well, those are the 4 games for Saturday and Sunday in Africa for the AFCON 2025 qualifier. And then we look at European football, where we talk about you look at England taking on Republic of Ireland, Greece, they face Finland, you have Israel versus Belgium, France, they face Italy, the Azuris. What a match there in between Italy and France. The Azuris versus the Le Bleu, they'll be at least locking horns. That's a match to watch. Austria versus Slovenia, Norway against Kazakhstan, and you have Latvia. Latvia will be playing against Armenia, and North Macedonia taking on Faroe Island. Those are the matches coming up in the UEFA Nations League. We're also talking about the UEFA Nations League, another set of matches that will also be Azerbaijan. They actually will be playing against Estonia, Ukraine against Georgia, Albania hosts Czech Republic, you have Slovakia versus Sweden, Andorra, Moldova, you have Germany against Bosnia Herzegovina, Hungary against Netherlands, the Orange Boys against Hungary there, and you have Montenegro versus Iceland, while Turkey takes on Wales. Fixtures in the UEFA Nations League for this weekend. Well, big one there, all the matches coming up. Well, all the teams are really trying to see how they will do well and make it. But for Ronaldo, if you look at the goal he scored against Poland, you just have to appreciate the man who stopped scoring. What a goal there. What a connection between himself and Vitinha. And he was able to score that goal. Fantastic goal for Cristiano Ronaldo. And that is a celebration too. Always a moment for Cristiano Ronaldo, adding more tallies to his record that he has gotten with both club side and also for his nation, Portugal. Well, it's always a moment when you look at how committed he has been with his nationality and also his club side. Well, we're talking about those games for this weekend. We're talking about Edo Queens playing against Mamelodi Sundown South Africa in the Women's Champions League, and not forgetting some Nations Cup qualifiers fixtures. That's all for grabs for this weekend. And we also touch on the UEFA Nations League that will be coming up in Europe for Saturday and also for Sunday. Earlier on, we review Nigeria versus Benin Republic, where Benin Republic was at home in Cote d'Ivoire, where they did well against us, even though we were able to qualify. It was a draw, but Nigeria qualified for getting a draw after Libya defeated Rwanda, and that has given an edge ahead of others. So by the time we face Rwanda on Monday, that was going to be a normal game. Nwabali won't be playing because right now he has been sent home to meet his family for the fact that he lost his dad. His gentle soul rest in peace. Well, talking about all this together, we've seen reactions from Augustine Avoin and also Truth Ekong. Aside that, we also saw clip from fans at least analyzing that particular match where he said Nigeria should not blame Nwabali for that goal that was scored. It was a bouncing of that ball that actually deceived him, and before he could go in to catch it, the ball entered the net. Well, it's not an excuse anyway, but just trying to explain what went wrong. But Eagles really suffered in that game because it was not expected of such performance from Benin Republic, who came out smoking against us. They scored first before we were able to pull one back, and it was a tough moment between Iguavon and Ganoro, our former coach, in that particular encounter there. All the players run around. They could not salvage the needed win against the Cheetahs, who really were on their legs or toes on that particular day of match. Well, good one. Nigeria will be able to qualify and be able to do it. And before we go, let's look at Los Angeles Lakers. Yes, you look at their man, Anthony Davis, and also LeBron James doing so well for that team. You look at Anthony Davis scoring 40 points, rebounds of 12, block of 2. Well, LeBron James have 15, and just have to appreciate what he has done. Rebounds of 16 and assists with 12. Both of them for consecutive triple-double. Appreciate those guys. They are really doing well for their club. Now, taking us to the result of games played earlier today. You appreciate all the games that were played. Well, for Philadelphia, for the 76ers, they fought hard, but they lost against Orlando Magic 86-98. Miami Heat 124-111 for Indiana Pacers. And you look at Detroit Pistons defeating Toronto Raptors by extra 4 points. They won that game 99-95. And you look at Los Angeles Lakers winning by 5 points ahead of San Antonio Spurs 115-120. Kudos to Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Brooklyn Nets 122. They lost by 2 points against New York Knicks. Cleveland Cavaliers, they won by 144, blowing away Chicago Bulls to 126. Washington Wizards 117. Atlanta Hawks, they won that game 129. Phoenix Suns fought hard, but they lost against Oklahoma City Thunder by 99-83. As New Orleans Pelicans defeated Denver Nuggets of Colorado by 101-94. Los Angeles Clippers wins were clipped by Houston Rockets 125-104. As Memphis Grizzlies came out, but they lost against Golden State Warriors by 118-123. Kudos to all the winning teams there. Just to give you update concerning the games of basketball as it went down over there at the NBA. As we speak right now, our own also is ongoing in Nigeria. The likes of Rivers Opal in our own league here. Well, at least we just have to appreciate all the sportsmen out there doing their business. Well, we've done our part on the show for this weekend, and I just have to leave you with this comic moment of football with that young kid. Well, just to appreciate your time with us. For those that call in, we thank you so much. I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. Have a splendid weekend. I'll leave you with this.